Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So, what a mental few weeks we have had. I think I lightly touched on us being unwell in the last video. So I think, yeah, it was a vlog, wasn't it? And in that vlog we were like starting to feel quite normal again. And then we all came down with a really nasty sinus infection, which, to be quite honest, is actually still lingering. So we're all still kind of, TMI, but producing a lot of snot, and I've still got quite a bad like pressure headache. It's like right here on my forehead. And I've had that every day now for about 2 weeks. But this is not a pity party, and I am jumping on to get a video out to you guys because the last week or so has just been crazy. Juno's completely forgotten, well, not forgotten, but just doesn't want to sleep alone in her crib anymore. So we've done about a week of co-sleeping. So that's been her napping in our beds, her sleeping in our bed. And because of that, obviously, if you're a parent, you'll know that kind of 2 to 3 hours that they sleep in the day is like golden time. You can get loads of bits done, and I really use that time to edit and film and kind of put videos together and create ideas, and that time has just gone. So I found it really hard, and everything's kind of slipped because I feel like when things get tricky, kind of work is the first thing that work is the first thing that takes a back seat. So I've got her up on the monitor. You might realise that I'm being quite quiet because today is the first day that we've managed to get her to sleep on her own in her room. So we've done quite a bit of research over the last week, and we've actually taken her mattress out of her crib and put it on her bedroom floor. So, ow, just stubbed my foot. We have noticed in the last few weeks that Juno is really showing us that she wants to be super independent, which we love. And I think it's probably where a lot of the behaviour is coming from. We've got loads of new language. She wants to do sort of simple tasks on her own, like take her clothes off, brush her teeth, feed herself, get her own drink, things like that. She's really showing us that she wants to be independent. So we thought maybe giving her that independence with sleep as well would help. And we've also been really interested in floor beds and like the Montessori floor beds. So we've done research, like I said, and we just went for it. I had a really good chat with one of my friends, Sarah, who works, her business is Cocro, which is like supporting parents. She's incredible. She's really helped and just made me feel really confident in what I'm doing and that I'm doing the right thing. And yeah, she is literally at the moment laying on her bedroom floor on her mattress, fast asleep, which is a really big deal because she would not sleep in her room, she would not sleep in her crib, and she was really, really getting upset and getting into a state to the point where she was kind of even crying through us reading her books, which is like a really nice kind of bedtime ritual that we've always done, and she just wasn't enjoying it. So yeah, I'm really glad that she's gone down, and I'll be there as soon as she wakes up to praise her and congratulate her for doing such a good job at having an epic snooze. Well, she's only been asleep like 10 minutes, so let's hope it's an epic snooze. But whatever it is a positive for sure. So I will stop rambling on. Welcome to another video. This video is going to be a bit different because I've got a bit of a busy few days. So what I'm thinking of doing is, rather than vlogging just one day, I'm going to just pick up the camera a bit over a few days and kind of compile that into one video. So come along with us and see what we get up to. I hope you enjoy it. So as you can see, this is our current setup. So her crib is behind here, this door, but we are going to dismantle that and get that down over the weekend. So the mattress will go behind the door. We've currently got this like rolled up like foam play mat behind there, because can you see there's a cable, and I don't love the idea of her sleeping next to that because it's kind of nailed into the wall and the nails are a bit shite. Hi darling. Oh, you want to read a book? Can I quickly just finish this and then we can read it? You want to sit on my lap? We've also just gone through her books. So these are her favourites, and she's got a picture of mummy and daddy there. And then these are kind of like special ones that we read at bedtime. And they're also a lot thinner, so she rips the paper, so we keep them up a bit higher. And then I've just rearranged these as well, because obviously where she's sleeping on the floor, she can reach a lot of the things in here. So I've put stuff on the bottom shelf that she can reach. So that's got like snuggly toys and blankets in. And then this toy, this like stacking toy that she loves. And then on the middle shelf, we've got all her books. I would like to have maybe another bookshelf over here to add more books, but we'll figure that out at some point. And at the top, we've got like more stimulating toys that we'll get out in the day. But that is kind of it. And then we've got another book bag down here with more favourite books. We're very big readers in this house. And then that pillow's there at the moment because we're actually laying on the floor to get her to sleep at the moment. So yeah, that is the current vibe. Oh, that is a lovely cuddle, darling. Thank you. So I actually filmed the intro to this video yesterday. So I haven't even got ready yet this morning. We're basically just dressed. We haven't even brushed our teeth. We've had breakfast. We've had our milk. Are you chatting? But that's about all we've done. Oh, darling. Nice cuddles from mummy. We're going to read a book and then we are going to head out in the garden to play with the recycling box, which is Juno's favourite thing to do at the moment. It is, isn't it? Are you reading? Goodness me. It looks as though somebody has had a big picnic in your book. Who could it be? Turn the page. Pop. 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 Pop the bubbles and turn the page. Can you turn the page? This one, good girl. Oopsie, we dropped it. Well done. Bear is nice and clean, but your book is very wet and so is Bear. Okay guys, so it's been a few days since I last picked up the camera and I thought I'd give a little update into how the floor bed situation is going. So Juno has slept in her room now literally since the few days ago that I started filming this vlog. So she's consistently slept on her floor bed. We're still laying with her until she falls asleep, and it's not been totally linear. We've had quite a few nights where she's rolled out of the floor bed and slept on the actual floor, but I've been reassured that that's totally normal and that they just have to kind of get used to where the edges of the mattress are, and that happens with time. But if your floor is clear and there's nothing around, then actually the harder the surface, the safer it is for children to sleep on. So I feel bad about her sleeping on the floor bed, on the actual floor, but that's just because I wouldn't want to sleep on the actual floor. And I think she's okay, she's fine, she's safe, she can't hurt herself, and she's obviously comfortable because she's sleeping really well on the floor. You've probably noticed as well that I've actually had a haircut. I absolutely love it, but that's totally irrelevant. But yeah, it's going really well. There's a few things that we'd like to do to kind of change a little bit. So what we are going to do is pick her up a slightly bigger mattress, just because
she is such an active sleeper. She does move around quite a bit, and we just think if she had a slightly bigger surface area, then she would probably be spending less time sleeping on the floor. And it would be comfier for us because we're spending a lot of time sleeping in there as well. Not intentional, but when the white noise is going and the room is pitch black and you're nearly 6 months pregnant, whenever you lay on the floor with a comfy pillow next to a sleeping baby in a dark room, it's inevitable. You're going to fall asleep. So Phil, my partner, has had to wake me up a few times. And I've had to go in and wake him up as well. So that's been quite funny. You just like lay on the floor and I'm always thinking like, oh, I'm not even tired. I've totally got this. Like she'll fall asleep in the next 10, 15 minutes and then I'll just creep out. And next thing you know, half an hour's passed and Phil's there shaking my leg trying to wake me up. But that's fine. It's a process. I think eventually we would like to kind of have a bit of a routine where she settles herself. But at the moment, we just want to get her completely comfortable with being in there and comfortable with her surroundings and knowing where her bed is and that she's safe and all of that stuff. So that comes first. But we will get there. So I'll run you through what we've done with the room now because it looks a little bit different to the beginning of the video. So you can see that we have taken the crib down and we've moved the mattress into the corner. So yeah, it's basically exactly where her crib was. We've also swapped over her chair and her changing table just so she's got like a nice area to play in, and then the changing table's in the other corner. It just kind of makes more sense for the room, but it didn't make sense when the crib was there because the crib came out like quite a bit further and then it just didn't work. But I'm really happy with this setup and it feels like it really works. So yeah. It is a work in progress. I'm sure we will have bumps in the road. Sometimes it goes really smoothly, sometimes it doesn't, but that's everything. And we're really glad that we made the transition because it just gives her so much independence. And already when she wakes up, she runs over and turns her little lamp on and then kind of just like waits for us to go in there and she'll start reading her books and stuff. And that is so much better than what we were initially. I mean, we couldn't even get her to sleep in her room. She was just so upset. And we never want that for her. We don't want to create, negative feelings around sleep. That's just not, like, sleep is good for us and we love sleep and we want her to love her sleep and we want her to love her room and her whole setting. So yeah, we've definitely done the right thing. We feel really good about it. And yeah, it's really exciting. If you've got any questions about floor beds, I'm absolutely not an expert, but if you want to know anything, then let me know in the comments and we can have a chat about it. But yeah, it's been lovely catching up and we'll see you next week for another video. Lots of love. Bye.